Not solve our problems using the same level of thinking that we had when we created them. And this is a quote by Albert Einstein. It's also the basis of what we're going to be talking about today. Good morning and welcome to Transform Your Life in 15 Minutes. My name is McAdams. I am an author. I'm also an accounting professor and a certified life coach. I specialize in personal and small business finance and also fitness. I help people reach their goals. And what we're doing is 5-minute exercises, one each for the mind, the body, and the soul. And so today what we're going to be talking about, this is more like a PSA, like a public service announcement. And we're going to be talking about the challenges that we're having. And what I'm referring to is we're discussing a book called The Compound Effect by Darrin. And what we've been talking about last week was choices. And then now we're starting to talk about habits because the book is broken into different parts. So as we're talking about habits, I want you to understand what you're up against. And so today's little talk is going to be talking about how your mind works and how your brain works and what it is that you're up against. Why, when I say try to find one habit and then just work on that one, remember it's all about it's about taking small, consistent steps consistently over time to make the radical changes. But as I illustrated last week in a story with the wise teacher and the pupil trying to pull the little tree and then the bigger tree and then the even bigger tree and then the biggest tree, and that was indicative of the roots of our habits. Like some of the habits are ingrained so deeply in us that it's going to be very, very hard for us to pull, that some of us not going to even want to try it. So today I want you to understand how your mind works so that you don't become frustrated, because I think it's about knowing how. You know how they say knowledge is power? Well, it's not really. It's the application of the knowledge, meaning you can know something and not do nothing about it. And what is that? It's not going to solve anything, right? But if you actually know something and then do something about it, that's the power that you have. So today I want to talk to you about how your mind works, specifically as it relates to habits, so that when you choose these habits that you want to work on, remember, we're talking about habits that no longer serve you. So when you choose these habits that no longer serve you, I want you to understand that this is going to be a challenging feat. This is not something to take lightly. All right, so, and you've probably seen some of this before, but remember, I always tell you that repetition is the mother of learning. So I want you to picture, I forgot to start my thing. Sorry about that. So I want you to, to picture, if you will, your mind. So if I ask you right now to, take a picture or picture your mind, like envision your mind, close your eyes and envision your mind. What comes to, what's the visualization, what's the picture that comes up in your brain, okay? And for most people, it's their brain. But remember, I've said before, your brain is not your mind, okay? Your brain is an organ, your mind isn't. So I want you to picture your mind. And if you don't have that picture, I have one for you. All right, so this right here is a picture of your mind, if you would. I want you to, like this part right here is your mind. This is, of course, is your body. And your mind is divided into two parts. We have the conscious, which is known as the thinking mind, which is the top part. And then we have the subconscious, which is known as the emotional mind, and this is the bottom part. Now, it's this subconscious mind right here is where we develop our habits and our beliefs. And based upon the habits and beliefs that we have, it's going to result in our body taking action and getting results, or not taking action and not getting results. Okay, so if you're wondering why you're thinking that you want to do something, but ultimately you're not doing it, it's because of these habits and these beliefs. And then I want to kind of give you a little history on where these habits come from and why some of them are so deeply ingrained within us that we just don't want to do anything about it, or we don't even know that we can. And I want you to understand that when it comes to habits and beliefs, you can change those that no longer serve you. Now, when we were all born, we were born like this, and this is without this little dotted line, obviously, right? So we were born with just a subconscious. So as a mere infant and small child, our brain, our mind looked like this, okay? So we only had the subconscious portion, which is our emotional mind. And as you see the arrows that are feeding in here, these are the things that gave us our habits and our beliefs, like our parents, the society, teachers, churches, environment, any authority figures. They fed into our subconscious mind any of the habits that we believe. So like, for instance, what you believe about money, what you have beliefs about relationship, what you believe about religion, anything that, again, that your parents instilled upon you. And of course, the teachers, the environment, like all of this right here is open-minded. So basically, when they say that a child is like a sponge, they literally soak up stuff. That is actually a true statement of what's happening, because again, all that stuff is being fed in. And then it's about age 8 or 9 where we actually start developing the top part, which is the conscious mind. Okay, So understand what's happening here. So some of us have beliefs that are so deeply ingrained from when we were a child, we're still carrying around those beliefs and habits, mainly beliefs, but habits as well, since we were childhood. But once you understand that if they no longer serve you, then it is your prerogative. You can actually say, I no longer want to have them, and you can change them. And so that's what we're talking about. Now, let me also explain this to you. This is another diagram. Now, this is a new one. Hopefully you can see this. Let me come up a little further. There you go. All right. Now, this is the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. I want you to understand this. This portion right here, if you notice, this is the same thing. This is our mind. Now, by the time we're like age 35, our subconscious mind is 95%. We're operating in this portion right here. 95% of us is working from the subconscious mind, which means we're walking around unconscious. Like literally, we're only thinking 5% of the time. So when we're talking about changing habits, that's going to help you succeed or get whatever it is that you want out of life, I want you to understand this is what you're working with. And this is why you're not taking action, right? You may be thinking that you want to do something, but we're walking around, again, these plus and minuses, again, are the habits and beliefs that we have. Some of them are positive, some of them are negative. Understand that at this point, whenever you decide that something is not working for you, it's up to you to change it. Just because you had this certain beliefs for like this long time, it may be beliefs like, money. It could be something really small. Like I've given examples in the past, but one of the examples I'll talk about real quickly is, let's say that you're a small child. And all of a sudden, you hear your parents arguing, your mom is upset about something because she needs something. And then the father is yelling. And then he's telling her that money doesn't grow on trees. And so as a little child, you absorb that that money doesn't grow on trees. Or you may hear like somewhere in church or somewhere that money is the root to all evil. Whatever it may be. It could be something innocent. It could be something like you have a sibling, right? And your sibling is crying, and your mother is always, your mother is attending to the small child, because the small is a little baby and she needs more attending to. But you're a small child as well, and then your mom says, "Be a big girl. You can handle this. Big girls don't cry, or big boys don't cry, or whatever it may be." Little small things like that we absorb in our brain, and understand as a small child, we don't have the capacity to analyze what's going on. We just absorb it as is. We don't question it, which is why you can tell a child to do something, they'll do it. Or you can tell a child to believe in something, and they will. How many of you guys believed in Santa Claus? Okay, so remember, our parents that told us that there was a Santa Claus, we readily believed it. We didn't question it. Well, that's the same thing. Well, some of us still have that in us. Okay, so these plus and minuses, you determine what habits and beliefs that you have that no longer serve you. So this is what you're dealing with. Okay, so this is like the PSA. So when Albert Einstein is talking about you cannot create the problems, solve the problems that you use you cannot solve the problems that you use with the same mind that was used when creating it. That's what it's referring to. If you're working off of this, and then you're trying to solve the problem, and you're still working off this, it's going to be that much harder, because you're working out of this 5% percentile, trying to think and change something that's 95% of who you are. So you may say, well, P, I get that. So, this seems like a doom effort. What is it that I can do? Well, I have another diagram for you. And one of the things that you can do is right here. This is why I advocate meditation. Okay, this is why I advocate meditation, not meditation. Okay, not medication, meditation. So in other words, meditation, as you can see, is one way to actually get into the subconscious mind to clear it out. So we have all this chatter going on. And again, we're walking around subconscious, and then we have all this chatter in our mind. So a lot of us, when we start to meditate, we get frustrated because it's not working for us. Well, think about it. We have over like 70,000 thoughts, like a day, like minimum, like some of us more than that, right? There's a lot of thoughts that go into your mind on a daily basis, because that's the indicative of having a healthy mind. Okay. But if you don't take the time to meditate and just kind of slow those thoughts down, then you won't ever get to this. And I mean, there's other ways as well, but this is the one way that I advocate, because this is the way where this is a way to empower yourself so that you can do something about it. Because understand that we were created with everything that we need right here. I can give you tools, tricks, and all kinds of things. Over the years, I've, counseled several, hundreds of people, thousands of people on losing weight, on getting financially, stable, financial free, all of that, right? But what's happening is I had to take a step back because even though people have the tools, because you know what to do. If you want to lose weight, you know what you need to do, right? You know it's about eating the right foods and making sure you exercise, sleeping, getting the right intake of water, reducing your sugar. You know all of it. You've heard it before. But when it comes time to actually putting that into action, you're finding that there's no action, or you may, something goes on in your mind where you think, I want to do this, and then you may even start, but then you give up. And I want you to understand this is why. It's because you're working in the 95 percentile. But if you just take the time every single day just to meditate and just to slow your mind down, then what can happen is you can go internal, and then you can change your mind, because you can all of a sudden say, okay, what are the beliefs and habits that I have that's actually hindering me from taking the process, the progress, or the action that I need to take in order to achieve what I want. And with the slow mind via meditation, then you're able to come up with that and then have a solution to do it. I can't do it for you. I can only, show you the key of how to do it, but it's up to you to do it. And we all say it. Oh, I know. I need to meditate, but I just don't have time. You got to make the time. You have to make the time for yourself because you're important. This is all about empowerment. This Transform Your Life in 15 Minutes is all about self-empowerment, okay? This is about understanding that you were made, you were created. God created you so that you have everything that you need right here in your body, okay? There's nothing that you need. I've mentioned several times, and I may do it again another day, about the story about the keys, looking for the keys on the outside of the house when you lost them on the inside. And that's what a lot of us do when it comes to problems and everything like that. We tend to go on the outside to look for the solution when the solution is contained within us. All right. So I want you to understand that. That's why I'm advocating meditation. As you notice that we're doing 5-minute exercises. Now today we're going to do something a little different for our meditation. And I'm purposely going over on this portion because I'm going to shorten the meditation part. And after this, we're going to do our 5-minute yoga, but then we're only going to do a 2-minute meditation, okay? This is a 2-minute meditation. And with this 2-minute meditation, it's not a guided meditation, so I'm not going to be talking. So it's going to be like a quietness, is a stillness. But this is a meditation that I want you to do, and I want you to practice this. We're going to be doing this for probably the next few days, okay? And what I want you to do is during this meditation, this quiet period, I just want you to breathe. And I want you to inhale through your nose, and I want you to exhale through your mouth, and I want you to focus on the exhalation. And I want you just to count your breaths. Okay, so during this meditation, we're going to be breathing, but you're just going to count your breaths. And what I want you to do is just focus on counting the exhale. So 1, 2, and you're going to be doing this internally. Now, if your mind starts to wander, if all of a sudden there's a noise and then your mind goes to the noise, or if something in your mind, oh, I got to do this, or I'm getting late for work, or I got to do this. When your mind wanders, you start all over again. Okay, you start back with 1. And we're going to do this just for 2 minutes. And I want to see how far you can get. Keep in mind, this is the first time. So for some of you, you may get to 2. Like you may get up to 3, 4, 5, and then you start all over the 1. So at the end of the 2-minute exercises, the highest you got was 2 or 3 or 4, whatever your number is. Then just remember your number because you're going to do this again. And this is I want this to be a daily practice. Like if there was a steps, like, we're talking about small incremental changes, this would be a small step to meditation. It's just a 2-minute meditation where you're just going to be focused on your breathing. Again, all you're going to do is count your exhale. Just inhale normally, but in through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and focus on the exhale, and you're going to count them. And again, it's just one, however, for 2 minutes. But anytime your mind gets distracted, then I want you to start all over again. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to our... How are you guys doing this beautiful Monday morning? I apologize I wasn't able to go on live with you on Saturday. This was actually the lesson for Saturday. I wasn't able to go on live with you Saturday. There was something going on with Facebook where I literally could not get on with my phone, my iPad, my laptop. I had all the things going, and there was, and even my I have some other things that was going on where Facebook I finally realized that Facebook was down because my internet connection was fine. I restarted all over. But, things happen, and I don't stress over it. Everything happens for a reason. But I want to thank you for taking your time to watch this Transform Your Life 15 minutes. It's all about empowering you to make changes in the changes that you want in order to get the goals that you want to reach, or whatever it is that you want out of life. I want you to understand that you can do it. Okay, so you can do this. All right, so we're going to be moving on to the yoga portion. And this is about a mind-body connection. Again, we're going to be using our breaths, inhaling deeply through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. And again, as we go into the poses, on the inhale, just kind of hold your position, seeing what's going on internally, any strains, any stress, any tension, any negativity that you have in your body. And as you exhale, you're going to release it. So all the movements are performed on the exhalation. So today, let's go ahead and start off in tabletop. So you're on your hands and knees. Your palms are directly underneath your shoulders and your knees are directly underneath your hips. And by the way, for the meditation, when I say it's going to be quiet, I'm not going to be playing any music because some people, when it comes time to meditate, they need it quiet. Generally speaking, when I meditate, I usually have something over my eyes, like a blindfold, just because I like it to be really, really dark. I have a separate meditation room. I'll talk about that a little later because I want to go on with the talking. But there are certain rituals that you can have in place to help you get ready to meditate. But for today, wherever you are, whatever you have, what you have right now in this present moment is enough. Okay, so you don't have to worry about doing anything else. What you bringing right now is enough. But I will be using, hopefully you'll be able to hear it, but I will be playing something that's going to help you just to focus on your breathing. It's just going to be an inhalation of 1 or 2 and an exhalation for 2 that's going to help you. But now we're moving on to the yoga. So let's go ahead and get started on your hands and knees. So again, take a nice couple deep breaths just to kind of get yourself centered. And while you're doing it, just kind of move your body around. See what's going on internally. Remember, in the morning, it's all about the movement. I like to do flow when it comes to yoga. All right, go ahead and return back to tabletop and give me another deep breath. And just kind of center yourself, set your intention, align yourself and set your attention on what it is that you want to get out of this next 5 minutes in your practice of yoga. Take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, drop your chin down to your chest, round through the spine, tuck your pelvic under. Press your shoulder blades down away from your ears. Your armpits go down toward the mat. As you inhale, your head and chest comes forward. You round or arch your back. Tailbone sticks out toward the back of the room. And as you exhale, round through the spine. Tuck your tailbone under. Again, inhaling. And exhaling. Just give me a couple more of these cat-cows, just kind of warming up your spine, loosening up the joints. Again, going internal, seeing what's going on inside. Just kind of take your time, just use your breaths. Again, we're using those nice deep ujjayi breaths, inhaling deeply through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. On this next exhalation, I want you to curl your toes under, and let's take it to downward facing dog. Then we're going to start to pedal our legs. All right, try to get those heels down. Keeping the palms flat, I want you to walk your feet in toward your palms. And if you need to keep your palms flat, you can go ahead and bend your knees. And then I want you to slowly round it up. Take it at 1 vertebrae at a time. Making sure that your head is last to rise. Rotate your shoulders down and back. And let's come to Tadasana, mountain pose. So your feet are together or slightly distant apart. There's a root going from the bottom of your feet all the way down to middle earth. Your head is a natural extension of the spine. Your chest is lifted. There's a string pulling your head from the top of your head, the crown of your head, all the way up toward the ceiling. So you're standing up nice and tall. Strong, sturdy, grounded like a mountain. As we inhale, we're going to take the arms up. And as we exhale, you're going to dive the body forward. As we inhale, we're going to look up halfway. As we exhale, we're going to flatten our palms, step back, right, left into the plank. Release your knee, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. And as we inhale, we're going to bring our body forward to upward facing dog. Relax the shoulders, take them away from your ears. And as you exhale, we're going to curl the toes under and take it to downward facing dog. We're going to step forward, right, left. We're going to inhale, take it all the way up. And exhale, dive the body forward. Look up halfway. Flatten out the palms. This time step back, left, right into the plank. Release your knee, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. As we inhale, we're going to take it to upward facing dog. Curl the toes under, Adho Mukha Savasana for downward facing dog. And then we're going to step forward, left, right. And we're going to inhale, take it all the way up. This time we're going to arch back a little. Exhale, dive the body forward. And look up halfway. Flatten out the palms, right, left into the plank. Again, release the knee, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale. And exhale. Now go ahead and pedal. Now, your next inhalation, you're going to bring that right knee into your chest, and as you exhale, extend that right leg all the way back. Do that again. As you inhale, bring the right knee into your chest. As you exhale, extend that right leg all the way back. One more time. Inhale and exhale. This time, you're going to bend that right leg, open up the hips. Continue to press your chest toward that left thigh and knee, and breathe. Now go ahead and straighten that right leg, and then we're going to bring it forward toward our fingertips. Turn that left foot in so that's kind of perpendicular so that the heel is dissecting the arch of that foot, and we're going to take it up to Virabhadrasana 1, or Warrior 1. As we inhale, straighten out the legs, that front knee, and as we exhale, go ahead and bend the knee, draw the hips down toward the mat. Remember, you can modify the hands and bring it to heart center if you need to. And exhale. Inhale. This time as we exhale, take it to Warrior 2. Again, just kind of inhale and exhale. Your arms are nice and long. You're extending from fingertip to fingertip. Draw your shoulder blades in together. This time as you exhale, we're going to hinge forward. We're going to drop that right hand down toward the shin. Take it up to triangle. Now your glazes follow your thumb. If it's too much strain and stress, feel free to look forward or to look down. Okay? Make sure you're not resting your chest or your hand on the shin. Okay? So your chest is lifted up. Continue to breathe. As you exhale, bring the hands forward, bend that knee, flatten out the palms. Take it back to the plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Now step forward, right, left. Inhale, take it all the way up, arch back. Exhale, dive the body forward. Look up halfway. Flatten out the palms. It's time to step back, left, right into the plank. Release your knee, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. We're going to inhale. Curl the toes under. Exhale. And pedal. All right, as we inhale, that left knee comes into your chest. As we exhale, that left leg extends all the way back. Again, inhale and exhale. Each time, try to get a little higher. Again, inhale and exhale. This time, we're going to bend that knee, open up the hip, press your chest toward that right thigh and knee. Continue to breathe. Now go ahead and straighten out that leg. Bring that foot forward toward the fingertips. Right leg comes in. And let's take it up to Virabhadrasana. As we inhale, straighten out the leg. And as we exhale, bend the knee. Drive the hips down toward the mat. Your torso is facing to the front. If you have tight hip flexors, you're going to want to kind of angle toward the right, but just kind of keep the torso, square your shoulders toward the front of the room. Again, inhaling and exhaling. And remember, you can always modify by bringing the arms or your palms at heart center. Again, inhale, draw those shoulder blades together. And as we exhale, just kind of bend the knee, draw the hips down toward the mat. You're looking over the right or your left hand. One more time. This time as you exhale, lean all the way forward. Take that hand down toward the shin. Opposite arm goes up. And again, keep your chest lifted. And don't rest on your shin. Okay? So just kind of have your hands here, just kind of touching your shin. Or you can actually take it all the way down to the mat. If you have a block, this is where it comes in handy, where you can actually use a block. And remember, your gaze is on that thumb. If it's too much strain and stress, feel free to look forward or to look down. All right, go ahead and bend that palm down. Bend the knee, and let's take it back to the plank. Hold the plank as you take a nice deep breath. Exhale, down facing dog. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now step forward, left, right. Inhale, take it all the way up. Arch back. Exhale, dive the body forward. Flatten out the palms. This time we're going to step out to the edges of the mat. And then as you exhale, release the hips down toward the mat. Using the elbows to push out on those inner thighs. Bring your palms together at the heart center. Bow your head down, give gratitude. Again, you're using your breath. You're pushing out on those thighs, opening up the hip flexor. So one of my poses I love to end in, because it's your last time to open up those hip joints, those hip flexors. We spend a lot of time sitting where our hip muscle, the flexors, becomes shortened because our legs or our knees are usually in together. So this is one that will help you open up your hip flexors. All right, go ahead and place your palms down. And then slowly transition yourself to a comfortable seated position, facing forward. Making sure that you're on your sits bones and off the fleshy part of your bottom. Fingertips are down by the side. Your chest is lifted, head is a natural extension of the spine. We're still grounded, just in a seated position. So we inhale, take the arms up. And as we exhale, release the fingertips down toward the mat. Again, deep breath, inhaling and exhaling. One more time, nice deep breath, inhaling. This time we're going to greet the palms together at the very top, and then we're going to exhale down through the center. Bring your palms to the heart center, and namaste. All right, stay in your comfortable seated position. And now we're going to come to the meditation portion. Now remember, this is a 2-minute exercise. What you're going to be doing is you're going to go ahead and close your eyes and just kind of get comfortable where you are right now. Just kind of get your eyes nice and closed. And I want you just to center yourself, align yourself, if you will. Feel what's going on with your body. Just kind of block out any external noise that you may hear, anything that's going on around you. And I just want you to focus on your breath. We're going to be inhaling through our nose and exhaling through the mouth. Now, if you're just joining me, again, this is a 2-minute practice. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be counting your breaths. You're going to be counting the exhalation, okay, for 2 minutes. If anytime your mind starts to wander or get distracted from either internal noise or external noise, you're going to start all over, okay? So again, you're going to inhale, you're going to exhale. So go ahead and close your eyes. And inhale and exhale. go ahead and open up your eyes, release, relax, return, refreshed, and calm. You've done something good for yourself. Now, I'd be interested in hearing your numbers. Go ahead and put it in the comments below and let me know what number you got up to. And remember, this is something you could practice throughout the day. So, on a daily basis, let's practice these 2-minute breathing exercise. Again, this is to help with a meditation. It's like a beginner's guide to meditation, where all you're doing is you're counting the exhale and just trying to keep your focus on your breath. And anytime your mind starts to wander for whatever reason, then you start all over with your count. So I'd be interested in hearing what your numbers are. And again, we'll be doing this for the next couple of days to help you get into a practice of meditation so that we can start affecting change within our bodies and within ourselves. All right, so thank you for taking the time to meditate with me. Thank you also for taking the time to watch the Transform Your Life in 15 Minutes. Your word for today is flashy. So I want you to have a flashy day, and I will see you again tomorrow at the same time. Bye.